Well, it seems I have trouble keeping a schedule. It's most apparent with these IEMs, which I was sent to review a while back, months even, so I guess now is a better time than any to finally get to reviewing them. For full transparency, these IEMs were sent over by their companies for review. I'm not being paid to talk about them, and there's no monetary incentive for me to promote these products. All thoughts and impressions are my own, and any links in the description are not affiliate links. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at today is the Soundpeats Opera 5. Soundpeats previously sent me their Engine 4 IEMs, which at the time I did have some criticism about their tuning, but even with that, the Engine 4 ended up becoming my most used true wireless when I'm at work. The main reason for that being is their long battery life and their comfortable and secure fit. I work on construction sites, usually with some earphone in to listen to videos in the background, and then I'll wear additional hearing protection over top if things do get quite loud on the job site. I used to daily drive Galaxy Buds Pro, but I always found their fit to be not very secure, and their battery seemed to drain closer to 6.5 hours in passive mode. I switched to the Soundpeats Engine 4 as my work earphones because they sit well in my ear and the battery lasts close to about 9 hours on a single charge, which is usually enough to get me through a day at work. I say this because when it comes to true wireless earphones, I think that the use case is a big factor for if it will work for you. And sometimes things like comfort and features may outweigh the sound quality of a given product. The Soundpeats Opera 5 aimed to be a more premium option from Soundpeats. The build feels nicer than the Engine 4 and also includes features like ANC and LDAC. Overall, the tuning is actually quite similar to the IEM Harman target, although I do feel that the treble peak is too high and it does affect the rest of the response to the point where that becomes a focus. Although this can be fixed with the EQ app, so it's not a major concern in this case. For me, the deal breaker for the Opera 5 is the fit. It's a shallow insert IEM similar to the AirPods Pro, but whereas the AirPods Pro carry much of the weight low and close to the stem, the Opera 5 sticks quite far out of your ear and carries the weight with it. I find that it never feels secure in my ear, and I even experienced some issues maintaining a consistent seal due to the IEM not sitting securely. I like what Soundpeats are doing, and I will continue to use their products like the Engine 4 since it suits my use case well. But for the Opera 5 and how it sits in my ear, I can't really recommend it based on my own experience. If it was a little more compact and the treble peak was remedied without the use of EQ, it could be a great IEM, and I look forward to seeing what Soundpeats has to offer in the future. Moving on to the next pair, I was contacted by a company called ND, and they offered to send me 2 IEMs to review. They're 3DD, and they're nice. This seems to be a relatively new company, and their IEMs appear to have a lot of build similarities with some other Chinese IEM brands, which I'm sure you know. The 3DD is a single dynamic driver IEM with 3 tuning switches. The design on the shell is a metallic gradient design with a guitar logo in the middle. Design-wise, I don't really mind it that much. While obviously not for everyone, it does add a bit of character that you don't see in many other IEMs. Now for the nice, this is a dynamic driver and balance armature hybrid IEM in an all-black design. The side of the IEM almost has a grill-like look to it, which looks similar to some planar IEMs like the PR2, but this isn't a planar. So how do they sound? Well, unfortunately, the sound signature for both of these are closer to old-school KZ tuning, both having somewhat of a peaky and shouty sound. The 3DD does allow for some more adjustment, even so far as to lower the bass quite a lot. But overall, the tuning of these IEMs are more something I'd recommend for people who like old school KZ style tuning. Compared to other offerings in the market, I do think that there are better sounding options for about the same price, but it is nice to see other companies trying out their own thing and maybe trying to make something new. Well, that's all I have for now. Hopefully I can stick to a schedule better and actually upload on time.